minute can open your eyes. One book can open your world. Knowledge gives you power. Read and rise higher. 9R Tree. Better life begins in a book.
Hello, I'm Sebastian. Welcome to 9R Tree's podcast. Today, I will summarize and review the book. Simple Money. Rich Life distills personal finance to its essentials and then aligns those essentials with purpose, faith, and everyday joy. Bob Lotich, the creator behind SeedTime, offers a friendly, field-tested path to financial freedom that does not require spreadsheets, advanced math, or a rigid lifestyle. Instead, he teaches a simple flow for your money, a few high-leverage habits, and a generosity-first mindset that turns finances into a tool for impact. The book blends practical playbooks on earning more, paying off debt, automating bills, and investing simply with a refreshing focus on contentment, calling, and eternal impact. Real stories, bite-sized challenges, and clear action steps help readers make progress quickly, whether they are starting out, digging out, or scaling up. The result is a blueprint that is as much about building a meaningful life as it is about building wealth, without overwhelm or guilt. I will give you key takeaways from this book. Firstly, a simple framework that makes money serve your mission. Lotich breaks personal finance into a few repeatable pillars that remove complexity while increasing results. Begin by defining your enough number so you know what you are building toward and when to stop chasing more. Then run all decisions through a purpose filter so money fuels calling, family, and service. The framework emphasizes paying yourself and your future first, routing income automatically to giving, saving, investing, and spending buckets by percentage. That approach scales with your income without constant rework. On the earning side, he shows how small, compounding improvements in skill, negotiation, and side income can accelerate progress far more than extreme frugality alone. On the saving and investing side, he favors low-cost, set-it-and-forget-it choices like index funds and tax-advantaged accounts. The system is simple enough to stick with for decades, yet flexible enough to adapt to changing seasons, ensuring money becomes a supportive tool rather than a source of stress. Secondly, automate your money and reduce friction everywhere it matters. The book champions automation as the engine of lasting change. Lotich outlines a weekly money routine that takes minutes, not hours, and a payday flow that assigns every dollar a job before it hits your main spending account. He suggests using separate accounts or digital buckets for fixed bills, everyday spending, sinking funds, investing, and generosity. Automatic transfers on payday fund each bucket, preventing missed payments and removing the mental load of constant decisions. Friction is placed where it helps and removed where it hurts. For example, automatic contributions to retirement and savings increase steadily, while discretionary spending may be channeled through a lower friction allowance card that resets each week to prevent overspending. He also provides scripts and tools for bill negotiation, subscription audits, and high-yield savings to boost results with minimal effort. This small number of automated rules yields reliable outcomes, freeing time and attention to focus on family, calling, and impact. Thirdly, generosity first, and the 1% challenge. A distinctive theme is generosity as a catalyst for freedom and joy. Instead of waiting until you feel rich to give, Lotich proposes a progressive generosity plan that increases giving by small, manageable increments, such as 1% at a time. This approach builds the habit without triggering fear or scarcity, and it reliably reorders the heart by placing others first. He shows how to create a generosity fund, automate contributions, and involve your spouse or children, so giving becomes a shared adventure rather than an obligation. Practical tips cover evaluating charities, setting impact goals, and using tools like donor-advised funds for tax efficiency. Stories throughout demonstrate how open-handed living often coincides with greater contentment, better financial decisions, and unexpected opportunities. By treating generosity as a core line item rather than a leftover, you learn to trust your plan, detach identity from accumulation, and experience the richness that comes from blessing others. Fourthly, crush debt and control spending without complex budgets. Lotich offers a debt elimination playbook built on momentum and simplicity. He teaches proven methods like the snowball to create quick wins, combined with interest rate awareness so you minimize total cost. Tactical guidance includes negotiating rates, refining insurance coverage, and trimming recurring expenses that quietly drain cash flow. Rather than enforcing a rigid, time-consuming budget, he favors a percent-based, bucketed system and a weekly reset for everyday spending. Sinking funds for upcoming needs prevent the credit card cycle by pre-saving for car repairs, travel, and holidays. He shows how to direct windfalls strategically, optimize balance transfers responsibly, and use side income bursts to knock out balances faster. Guardrails like spending fasts, subscription audits, and intentional shopping lists further reduce friction. The emphasis is consistency, not perfection. By making the right choice the easy choice, you create a glide path out of debt and build confidence that fuels the next milestone. Lastly, design a rich life with purpose, rest, and eternal impact. Money is a means to craft a life you would gladly live again. The book helps you articulate values, define what enough looks like, and design rhythms that protect health, relationships, and contribution. Lotich encourages practices such as Sabbath rest, mini retirements or intentional breaks, and margin in your calendar so you can say yes to meaningful opportunities. He shows how to align career and side projects with your strengths and calling, and how to measure wealth not only by net worth, but also by time, freedom, and impact. Enjoyment is welcomed guilt-free through planned splurges and bucketed experiences that keep spending in bounds while maximizing joy. With a faith-infused perspective, he frames legacy as people over possessions and impact over image. The end goal is not perfection, but alignment. When your money system quietly supports your deepest priorities, you wake each day with clarity, peace, and room to love and serve others. In conclusion, simple money. Rich life is ideal for couples who want unity around money, busy professionals who crave a sustainable plan, new graduates seeking a clear start, and anyone of faith who wants finances to reflect purpose and generosity. It is especially helpful if traditional budgets failed you, or if you feel overwhelmed by complex investing advice. You will gain a simple automation flow, concrete steps to eliminate debt, and a generosity plan that makes your heart lighter as your net worth improves. Buy this book instead of yet another generic finance guide because it integrates mindset, mechanics, and mission in one coherent system. The advice is practical enough to implement this week and thoughtful enough to guide decades of decisions. The result is more than a healthier bank account. It is a life with margin, peace, and impact, where money quietly supports what matters most, and your day-to-day choices add up to lasting freedom. If you would like to support Bob Lotich, you can buy the book through the Amazon link I've provided in the podcast description. After reading the book, please let me know what you think and share your thoughts. See you around.
1 minute can open your eyes. One book can open your world. Knowledge gives you power, read and rise higher. 9 Tree, better life begins in a book.